to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. 5 men were arrested in June for the killing of a man and the assault of an off-duty California cop. On June 18th, around 10:45 p.m., Mountain View police responded to reports of an unconscious man near the Stage Right Cafe at Christopher Stapleton Center at Shoreline Amphitheater, according to a news release. Mountain View first responders attempted to save a man identified as 41-year-old Juan Gonzalez, who died as a result of injuries a week later at the hospital. During the concert, an off duty cop was also brutally assaulted by a group of men near a collection of portable restrooms. After further investigation, detectives learned that the suspects in the killing of Gonzalez and the beating of the off duty cops were also associated with the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. Police did not specify what led to the assault, but it did not appear that the men knew the victim. After a 5-month investigation, police stated officials were able to gather enough information to make the arrest. On November 15th, officials arrested the 5 men and executed search warrants of the suspects' homes. There was also a search warrant executed for the Hells Angels clubhouse in San Francisco. It's amazing when you have the complexion for the protection because in the story, in the article that I just read off to you, they stated that these group of men took a man's life and then they decided at a moment in time, for whatever reason, that they then wanted to assault an officer. So I'm a little bit confused on why these charges are not, severe. Even technically given the fact that, yeah, all of them are pretty fair, they do have the protection, the complexion for the protection. That is all true. But, I'm just saying, because it almost seems as though the reason why, it's not as harsh, possibly because of links, individuals may have in the court system, right, with the cops, and so on and so on and so on. This is some of the things that I don't think a lot of people actually understand where you have gangs that run certain areas, right? Like how everybody in a sense knows about the Yakuza, the triad, different things of that nature, right? These hidden uh um, you know, organizations that nobody has really seen, but yet the names of, and there's always these stories, right? But we know of the Hells Angels, right? And the Hells Angels, just them being the group that they are, have spawned a lot of other groups. You have movies and TV shows and a variety of other things that have spawned just off of the name or some of the stories dealing with the Hells Angels. And the main thing I'm trying to tell people is this. Just because you think that this is just a biker gang, don't don't let that trick you into thinking that they don't have links or some type of pull or some type of power or some type of juice when it comes to the legal system, when it comes to the court system, when it comes to the cops. Because whether you know it or not, cops are in gangs as well. You just might not know it. And you have a lot of dirty cops that are a part, especially a part of gangs, and especially the money making aspects of these gangs. So that means that if they happen to, deal in narcotics or any type of illegal type of activity, the cops are there and they're on the side with the gangs. They're playing both sides, whichever side is beneficial, whichever side is paying them the most money, right? And you also have such things as bribes that still exist still to this day, where people get paid under the table, to have lesser charges take place, or a variety of other things. Like I said before, where is the family of the man who had his life taken? Why aren't they making their rounds on mainstream media, letting people know specifically what happened to their family and how it was an awful and a horrendous thing, right? That loss of life basically occurred at the hands of group people that are part of the Hells Angels. Where is the family, or let's say the police force, to speak up for the cop that, was assaulted by these people who are part of the Hells Angels? Like I said, there's a lot of things that's in a sense missing, when it comes to this. But it is what it is. America, this is you at the end of the day. Like I said, you always want to talk about black people being these scary boogeyman, the thing that goes bump in the night, right? The thing that's under the bed, waiting for the kids to go to sleep so, they can get up and scare the kids, right? The thing that's in the dark closet every time it creaks and cracks open, right? That's black people, right? But yet you have this. And it's amazing how whenever people want to talk about crime, they never talk about Caucasian individuals in gangs, in illegal gangs, doing illegal activities. Never want to touch this, never want to talk about it. Y'all act like it just doesn't exist. Y'all don't even want to talk about the Caucasian drug dealers that y'all have within your own communities as well, that is peddling a lot of these narcotics by way of what? College, right? Because a lot of you kids, your kids go to college, right? So where do you think your drug dealers go that are from your community? They go directly to that college because they can afford to sit up there and do it. They're not really learning nothing. They ain't really there for nothing either. They're just there during those semesters because they can obviously pay for it. And they're going to peddle the narcotics so that they can make money, among other things. But like I said before, keep paying attention and keep focus on, black people, and keep letting things like this slide by, because there's going to come a moment in time where a family may just so have happened to be, in their line of sight or in their way, or something happened, right? And then they're going to more than likely react a certain type of way, and that family is going to be erased from this plane of existence. But like I said, y'all going to learn the hard way because y'all don't want to pay attention. Y'all don't want to listen, and y'all allow things like this to skate by. And you wonder why it is in your community, why you got so many ODs, so many opioids, so many users, so many peddlers of narcotics. This is why. Oh yeah, I forgot. The war on drugs had nothing to actually do with drugs. I forgot. And it didn't have anything to do with just catching criminals in general. I forgot. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm half asleep right now. My mind is beyond me at this moment in time. I just had to, really remember that the only reason that this is able to exist is because the Hells Angels isn't black. Because if they were black, they would have been shut down eons ago. But, you know, it is what it is.